What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another PNTV, child. I told y'all I was back. Me posting up videos as much as possible. If you're new around here, PNTV is Poetry's News and Twisted Views. We have commentary about the news, trending topics, and I review TV shows. So subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button for any video that you are viewing, if you watch it past the first minute. And there's a thanks button. If you want to donate to the channel, you can hit the thanks button. It has a little $ in it. Also, they have this new feature called Hype Me Up. You can hit the hype at least 3 times a week for different videos, for different channels. You can use them all on me. It helps us expose our community a little bit broader here. So, what's going on, child? In today's news, the orange felon attacks the Pope. That's the headline, child. Just Friday, I talked to y'all about the Pentagon and Pete Hegseth, implying a threat against the Pope. And now we got the orange felon coming out again, making verbal attacks on the Pope, calling him weak. Say he's a terrible man for foreign policy. Only reason why he why is he on this side of the road? Only reason why he in the Vatican is because of him, because they thought that he would be easy to deal with because he was American. Things like that. He's going on his little temper tantrum, like the little child that he is. What a felon posted on True Social. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Pope Leo. If I wasn't in the White House, Leo wouldn't be in the Vatican. Look here. The fact is, Dumb Don, we don't like you. We don't like you at all. The Pope has a more favorable approval rating than you do with your negative 17%. How you get a negative number? How you get a negative approval rating? Is the dead waking up and voting for you too? Or voting against you? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you're going up against the Pope. I'm just telling you. Anyway, the Pope has been very critical about his stance on the U.S.-Israel non-war war against Iran and Lebanon. He said, and I quote, "I got no fear of the Trump administration or speaking out loudly against the message. Or speaking out loudly the message of the gospel, not against the message." And the felon must have forgot that Pope Leo is about the shits. He about that life. You know what I'm saying? He from Chicago. Okay? And he got a little black ancestry in him. Plus he got God on his side. Whom shall I fear? The Pope said, not you. Nobody, baby. I'm going to see Keith Sweat Saturday. So anywho, like I said, like the little infantile brainchild that he is, he goes on the True Social and makes a post. He puts up this meme of him supposedly like Jesus, I'm assuming. He got on this long robe, one of those Catholic-like robes, and he's laying hands on a sick man. He got, I think, an angel behind him. He got light illuminating from his fingertips. And he got the big American flag and some eagles flying behind him. I guess God bless America, child. I mean, we already know how we'll be blessed in this situation, but yeah. And speaking of having no fear, I reported that about the warehouse fire that happened in Ontario, Canada, and the young man who was arrested there, tried to give him life sentence for arson. Nobody was harmed. Everybody was able to escape the building. Nobody came out. The firefighters, nobody suffered any injuries or any inhalation. But because he burned up $650 million worth of inventory and property combined, they trying to get him a life sentence. So I don't know how well that's going to fly over as far as the sentence, because the people are on his side. The people are on his side. Now, everybody was rumored that the Kimberly Clark company had insurance where they was going to cover all that anyway, so they was going to get their money back. Well, apparently, from what I was reading, they don't have the proper insurance. And they have no safeguards in place for the employees at all. Okay, so, but the reason why this is still a topic right now, not just because of his sentences, because there's videos going out there that there's been 6 warehouse fires since that incident. And they are implying to the people that this is the revolution beginning. I hate when people share false stories, even though if they gonna benefit our side or what have you. But the truth needs to be told. Okay, so as far as the fire that happened in Lawrenceville, Georgia, there was a trash facility that went up in flames. It was like the day after the Ontario, Canada fire. According, 2 people got injured. All the employees got out. It was 20 employees that was in the building at the time. All the employees got out. 2 people were injured. I'm assuming they may have been just fire or crew that was there, because they said all the employees got out unscathed. So one person is still in the hospital at this current time. The fire department is determining this on early reports as an actual accident. There's believing that there was a small fire that began in a trash can in the break room, probably by somebody putting in a cigarette. Even though they don't smoke in most buildings nowadays. But that's where the fire supposedly started, in the trash a trash can in the break room. But they are deeming it an accident. There was another fire that was in Queens. This fire was at a lumber yard. They are reporting that everybody was evacuated there as well, and no injuries. And as of right now, they are not saying that was arson. There was another fire that was in Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania fire was started on an empty parking lot where tires and trash had been held. That fire, plus this next one that happened in New York, that was starting in a Manhattan fire building, a Manhattan apartment building on the upper floors that was supposed to be abandoned. I believe those 2 may have been started by homeless people trying to keep warm. They have a tendency to take space in vacant parking lots and in abandoned buildings, even though the full building wasn't completely abandoned, but just in the spaces that they know are abandoned, and they try to keep themselves warm. It is still winter time in upper East Coast, and pretty much everywhere except for here in Florida. It's pretty much still winter time. So, for cold temps at least, you know what I'm saying? So, it was another one in Ohio, another lumberyard in Ohio. Fire was started in they make pallets. It went up in flames as well. No injuries. There is still an ongoing investigation, but early reports is showing that was not arson as well. The only other one that I know that was supposed to be arson, or is alleged to be arson, is in back in Ontario, Canada, where the original warehouse burned down, the Kimberly Clark warehouse burned down. Some young man allegedly started fire in a True Religion jean store in Ontario Mall. So that's the only other one I know of that was supposed to be considered arson. All the rest of them are accidental. The fire that's happening in Florida is wildfire. There was another one, I want to say it was Jersey, that was wildfire as well. Yeah, so don't believe the hype when people go around and start sharing all this information and trying to connect all the 2, that this is supposed to be all connected to the revolution. Get you all riled up and angry over everything and fired up over, and then they're not even all connected. Now, if you want to be a conspiracy theorist, you may say that because the lumber yards were set on fire, that could still be connected because with the toilet paper situation going on, it's going to be a shortage on diapers and toilet paper and paper towels because of that Kimberly Clark facility burning down. The lumber yards, if you associate them with making paper, then you would think they were all connected. But I would say that if that's the case, this is something that is government sanctioned. That's what I will say. Because they're trying to stress out the American citizen's pocket. Take away our resources. We're already losing jobs and you can't afford to survive. You can't afford to live, have everyday necessities. If I was going to make it a theory, that's what my theory would have been. But as of right now, as it stands, none of these things are connected. None of these things are connected. Okay. So I haven't talked much more about the war in Iran. So last week, the dumb Don was threatening Iran. Like, he put out a post on social media, the biggest thumb thugging I have ever seen, threatening to annihilate a whole country of citizens if Iran didn't open the Strait of Hormuz. Now, the Strait of Hormuz technically wasn't closed. It was closed to the U.S. and closed to Iran. Other countries were still able to use the Strait of Hormuz. So, but he got no big draws McGraw. Every day he come on, you got 10 days left. You got 5 days left. You got 48 hours left. You got 1 day left, or we're going to annihilate the whole country, right? And then he came back the next day and said, never mind, I'm going to give y'all an extra 2 weeks. So there was supposed to be this fake ceasefire on a non-war war that was implemented. And during this ceasefire, they were supposed to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Well, rumor has it that the Iranian government was charging a toll for you to pass through. Just like any war zone on the street, if you ever been affiliated with gang activity or lived in a area that there's gang activity, you had to pay a tariff to come through the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what Iran was allegedly doing. They're charging people a toll to go through the strait. Okay, so the dumb Don came back threatening them again. How dare y'all do that? Y'all better not be charged. If you're going to charge them a toll, then I'm gonna F you up in so many words. Okay. Well, apparently now, because Iran's still like, fuck you. Okay. Apparently, now the dumb Don, after he threatened for weeks for Iran to open the Strait of the Hormuz, the dumb Don is now blocking the Strait of Hormuz. He just wants to be in control. He hates that somebody else's dick is bigger than his. Because he was thinking, why didn't I think of that first? Just like he's blocking access to Cuba, he's now trying to block access to get to the Strait of Hormuz himself. He thought, why the fuck did I charge a fee? How dare them one-up me? How you blocking a strait that ain't even yours? Woo, Jesus. In the California governor's race, Eric Stalwell has been accused of sexually assaulting, I think, 6 women at this point. 4 to 6 women. I have not looked into it. I will not look into it. You know, sexual assault and abuse is one of the things that trigger me to the end, no end. But it has been alleged that the reason why these charges have surfaced, because he's been in Senate, in Congress a long time, but the reason why these have surfaced is all orchestrated by the MAGA administration. What the fuck is... Oh, goddamn mosquito got my card. Get out. It looked big when it blew past my eye. I'm gonna the window back up. That it was all orchestrated by the Trump administration in order to throw salt in the game of the governor's race, because you know that Gavin Newsom can no longer run. He has reached his term limits. So Stalwell was pretty much one of the front runners mainly because of name recognition. That's mainly why he was one of the front runners. So I know that when they brought up these charges against him, the Democrats were all like, "You need to back out." He officially backed out the race last night. I didn't see his speech on why he backed out or like giving his conceding speech. I didn't watch any of that. I just saw the headline that he did officially back out. And there was a Republican candidate as well. I don't believe in the same state. I want to say in another state that the Democrats have pulled out information as far as his sexual allegations as well. And they were making sure that a case was going to be brought against him to get him out of the race. I don't know why y'all can't get the fucking orange felon out of the White House with all his fucking sexual allegations. All the young people he done paid off and shit. Y'all need to focus on the right motherfuckers. Speaking of that, Billy Porter came out. He was at a conference that was being held by Al Sharpton. And he had a speech, baby, that I fucking loved. He opened up, well, he didn't open up the speech, but in the middle of the speech, I posted on the community tab, he says, to the Democrats, stop bringing popcorn to a gunfight. I love the fact that he said that, because you know the original saying is don't bring a knife to a gunfight. I love the fact that he said don't bring popcorn to a gunfight, because he letting y'all motherfuckers know we don't think y'all fighting at all. At least somebody with a damn knife is trying to fight. But y'all sitting here being spectators to everything that's going on. Eating y'all popcorn while y'all talking through the fucking movie while the hell the world burned down. So, yeah, he came out and said that. And then he followed up with a list of fucking demands. Okay? A list of fucking demands is what he came up with. One of those was to invoke the 25th Amendment. Now, according to my limited knowledge on how this is invoked, only the vice president is eligible to invoke the 25th Amendment, which would be J.D. Vance, and he's not going to do it. I haven't researched more thoroughly on ways to get around that when the vice president is refusing to do so. But look, he just tried to sit down and negotiate the end of the war. I want to say, with who? With Iran? He just tried to sit down and negotiate the end of a war. The war that we ain't having, right? And failed miserably. He's not a leader. He's not a leader. Heck, they probably hate you as much as they hate the orange one. Which and the fact that he won't invoke the 25th Amendment shows me even more that he's not a leader. Because a leader will see how much the dumb Don is hurting the U.S. economy and its citizens by the actions that are being taken place with this war that he claims he don't agree with, and do something about it. And one of the things that you could do about it is invoke the 25th Amendment. But yeah, the last and final thing that Billy Porter said was lock their asses up. Lock them up, lock them up, lock them up. That was his sixth demand. I love everything about it. New York City, Mayor Zoran Mandamni is on the roll. In his first 100 days, he's done so much for New York City, in my opinion. He has initiated the free daycare programs up to certain age limits in certain areas. He's also fixed over 100,000 potholes that wasn't even on the agenda. He has a battle against the landlords going on right now. And on his 100th day, he just announced the free grocery stores in 2 different areas. So he doing his thing, and motherfuckers are still mad at him. He said, I'm going to put a free grocery store here. I'm going to put a free grocery store there. And motherfuckers who just hate him just to hate him, like, oh my God, free groceries, socialism, we're going to have to pay for that. If y'all was actually listening to his policies, he has already explained 10 times over, bitch, what the fuck? 10 times over where this money is going to come from. he is going to tax the rich. And there was this one gentleman that I was watching on IG. I can't remember his name because I don't even know what channel I was watching. It's probably scrolling through my feed. He said he's so fucking rich that he don't even know how much money he got. So if he was assessed a tax on his money, he won't even feel it. One of the things he learned about becoming a billionaire was to make so much money that you ain't got to worry about money. So he ain't worried about no motherfucking taxes. And that's similar to what I said before. If y'all motherfucking billionaires or rich people so fucking scared about some goddamn taxes that it's going to hurt your bottom line and your money, then you don't know what the fuck you doing anyway. I said that. But anywho, let's go on. So speaking of other free stuff in Mexico, y'all know my president down there, Sheinbaum. How you pronounce it? I can't remember her name right now because it's not in my head. It's not in my face right now. But anywho, she has decided that as of 2027, all Mexican citizens and or residents will be eligible for free healthcare. Want to do it in an economy that's supposed to be less economical, less economically sound, less financially sound than these here United States. They are able to give their citizens free health care. We already know Canada doing it. I already know Costa Rica's doing it. Venezuela, I think they do the free stores. There's free rent that was given over in Libya before y'all killed off Gaddafi. You know, isn't it Germany that does free rent too? Has free housing, even if you don't have a job. There's so many countries that are giving out. What are we getting free here? We ain't even getting water free. We have to pay for shit that comes naturally from God. Hell, pretty soon, like what the comedian Earthquake said years ago, pretty soon they're gonna cut off our damn air. We're gonna be outside walking around and like, somebody cut off my air. I ain't paying my bill. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not funny, but you know, we gotta use comedy sometimes to make us feel better about things. What else I was gonna talk about? I didn't have much on my list. I didn't even expect to do a PNTV today. But there's some other things that's probably out there in the news that if y'all want to know about, y'all let me know. Y'all put down in the comment section if y'all felt I should have talked about it, then maybe I could do a better deep dive. Only other thing that I find fascinating, because we was talking about Eric Stalwell in the California governor's race. The one person that is leading in the Republican side of it is this sheriff who has all kind of criminal charges against him as well, that or accusations against him as well. Racist, misogynist, fascist pig. Yeah, he's the lead runner for the Republicans out there in California. I do not see I don't see any of the California candidates on either side that fit the mold of being the governor for California. And being that I'm about to move back to that state, I'm really concerned about that race. As far as action goes, Stalwell would have been my guy. He'd have been the closest one, even though my confidence wasn't 100% there. But he would have been the one that I would have selected over all the people that were running. But I did notice, this was leading me to what I was about to say. I did notice that ever since the Texas race for primary race ended, Tallarico been quiet. I mean, there was such a fierce campaign that was put out against, Jasmine Crockett. And I know that the Republicans had to go through, they got to do another race because neither one of them had more than 50%, so they still got to do something else. A runoff is what they call it, to see who's going to be the Republican candidate. But while you're waiting on that to happen, There should be some type of momentum still moving from Tallarico, letting the citizens know that he is there, he is present, and this is what I'm planning to do, no matter who my opponent is going to be. But it seems like he's waiting. Or am I just missed it? Have the news coverage just died down on James Tallarico? Because I haven't seen shit in regards to his campaign. It's almost like he's saying, I know I'm going to win type of shit. If y'all know of anything, y'all let me know. Who is that? Oh, China. China has issued the death penalty for all sex offenders. And since they made the announcement that they were going to do that, at least 3 people have been hung for sexual assault. While we here in America can't even get them motherfuckers arrested and indicted. While our government sits here and protect the biggest ones. And the reason why I say that the biggest ones, because they're the ones that's in charge of our leadership and our government. Y'all can't get them motherfuckers. The rest of the world is showing their ass. They're showing up and showing out. While we still sit here with this fucking fool in office. Whew. So yeah. Why we ain't moving? Y'all making me late for work. Shit. I left the house on time. We've been at this light forever. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.